Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, as you saw in the title, we are going to be talking about the Makeup by Mario and Sephora collection brush set. This brush set retails for $119. It includes 13 brushes. You can do a full face of makeup with this one. It also includes a beautiful pouch that I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes. And of course, any collaboration that Makeup by Mario does is going to have a lot of hype. He is Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. Everybody loves him and loves the looks he does on her. So I'm so excited to review this brush collection for you guys today and tell you everything I think about them. Don't forget before you leave to leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you're new here, my name is Patty and I would love if you hit the red subscribe button and joined my channel. So now let's just go ahead and get started reviewing these brushes. Alright guys, so here they are, the Makeup by Mario and Sephora Master brush set. I cannot wait to open up this box. Thank you so much to my friend Christian for lending me his brushes. He has not even opened this. I actually wanted to get him some brushes for Christmas for the longest time, because if you guys have seen any of the videos that him and I have done together, he did not have good brushes. He had like a couple of like KKW brushes and that was it. But he wanted like pink brushes and I wanted to get him something that he would like for Christmas. And then this set came up and it was a little out of my Christmas present budget for him, so I sent him some of the money to go towards this brushes as his Christmas present, and he was able to get it. And he was of course so nice and supportive and lent me the brushes before he even got to open them for himself. So Christian, I love you and I appreciate it so much, you know this. So let's get into this set right here. Let's take this seal off. Should we open it together? Let's see. They're all in their little plasticky wrap, so we'll see how they are. This is the case that they come in, which is so cute. And so you open it like that and then you can store your brushes in here. So this is so cute and very travel friendly. It's also like a faux leather material on the outside, so it looks really nice and sturdy and like it's going to last you a while. So that's very nice. So let's go ahead and see what brushes come in here. It is a total of 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 brushes. You get a brow brush, which is why my brows are not done yet. You get a smudge brush, you get a shadow brush, detail brush, blending brush, concealer brush, highlighter brush. You get 2 different contour brushes. You get a cheek brush, a foundation brush, a powder detail brush, and a big powder brush. So this is literally every brush you would need to do your full face. I am so excited to start playing with these. Let's get started. Oh my god, wait, did you just see my face? These are so much softer than I expected. Like, they look, I don't know, they didn't look this soft in pictures, I guess. This brush is so soft, like it has so many bristles, but they are so thin that it moves really nicely. Oh, now I'm really excited because like I didn't think they were gonna be bad. They're Mario brushes. I have very high expectations, but just looking at them in pictures, I just didn't imagine them to be this soft. Okay, so that was the powder brush. I love that he has 2 different types of powder brushes because I love to use a powder brush that's more like the small one because I don't powder my whole face. So for the places where I like powder in detail, like underneath my eyes, next to my nose and all of that, I like to use a brush that's more this size. So let's see this one. Very soft, just like the other one. And so see, this was gonna fit right underneath my eye. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take the little wrapping off of each one of them and I'll be right back.
Hello, this is Christian speaking.
Hello, are you still at lunch?
For like 3 more minutes.
They're so soft.
I know, I told you.
They're so freaking soft.
They're
like
so soft.
From looking at,
are they too soft?
I mean, I haven't tried them yet. I just started unwrapping them, but they're so much softer than I expected.
Feels so nice. I can't wait to put them on my face.
Yay.
ready, and it's a full set, so I actually have brushes now.
You have like every single step you need.
Right, like I'm never gonna need brushes again.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to watch your video.
Yay. I'm filming you talking.
Oh, are you? Hi, fans. Oh, I feel special that I'm being filmed even though I'm not there.
So I'm
I
just
wish I was
opening.
there.
No, I wish you were here too.
Are you gonna use them all too?
I'm gonna try to use them all. There's a couple that are kind of like for the same thing.
Well, are you gonna use the eyeshadow ones?
Oh yeah, those I'm gonna use all of them for sure.
Cool. Try to do like a basic look that I would do. So when I watch your video using my brushes, I know what to do.
I'm not making any promises.
Okay, don't be selfish. This is a video for me. You need to make sure you tell all of the followers about the drama and the stress of getting these brushes.
Oh my god, yes. I need to tell you guys about that.
It was very traumatic. Very traumatic.
We almost did not make this video.
Like, could you imagine if I didn't get them? I would be crushed.
I know you would be, and I would be crushed too.
I don't think they're coming back.
Like, I was so happy that you were able to get them, because I was just telling them that I like gave you some of the money as a Christmas present for the brushes, because I wanted to get you a Christmas, like for Christmas forever, I wanted to get you some brushes, but you were like, oh, they need to be pink and cute and whatever, and I was like, I want to get you good brushes, not like shitty pink brushes. And so this was perfect that these came out and that you wanted them.
Well, yeah, Mario is basically like Kardashian adjacent, so
exactly.
One of them. Did you know he started at Sephora?
I did know that.
Yeah, surprise.
All right, I love you. Thank you.
I love you. Have fun. I can't wait to watch the video. Tell all of your followers I say hi.
Alrighty.
Oh, and make sure to tell them about the joke I played on you when I got the brushes.
Oh, I will.
All right. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So I am back and I'm going to start with my eyebrows. I am going to use the brow brush. It is this one right here, and this little small brush does have a lot stiffer bristles, which is good because for your eyebrows you need something a little stiffer, not as soft. So I can't wait to try it. I'm going to do my eyebrows how I've been normally doing them, which is using my Foolproof Brow by Benefit, is this one here, and I just spray it with some setting spray, wet it up a little bit, and then I'm going to just start grabbing some product from there and doing my eyebrows. Let me tell you guys about this brush journey that I had with Christian. I mean, I knew he was going to want these Mario brushes regardless of him owning brushes to begin with or not. By the way, I don't love that this brush doesn't have a spoolie on the other side, but I am just going to brush my hairs up with this one and just use that one. So obviously he is the Kardashians' #1 fan. Mario has to do with the Kardashians. Christian was going to want the brushes. This was the perfect opportunity for him to get a good quality brush set rather than pink brushes, because that's what he wanted. I thought it was a good idea to give him as a Christmas present some of the money towards these brush sets. So the brushes came out last Thursday, and that's when I sent him the money for them, and he put them on hold until Friday because that's when he was getting paid at work and he was going to buy the brushes on Friday. Now he did not work on Friday, but he did drive an hour because he lives like an hour away from work, so he drove an hour to go get them on Friday, and when he got there the brushes were already sold out. Basically they were like 2 on hold for clients that had called and put them on hold, and his brushes that he put on hold for himself had been sold to a client. So he was furious. I was kind of pissed because I really wanted him to have these brushes, and I also obviously I wanted to borrow them for this video, but I wanted him to have the brushes. And so I was kind of upset about it too, and then like there was nothing he could do. Like they basically sold his brushes to someone, and there were 2 brush sets on hold for other people who were going to come get them, and the brushes at this point were also sold out on the Sephora website. So that was great. I basically thought we were not going to get these brushes. So the person that sold his brushes told him that if one of these ladies that had the 2 remaining brush sets on hold didn't come to get them by the end of the 48-hour period that we can hold brushes for at Sephora, then he could have those brushes. So thankfully someone did not pick up their brushes I went ahead and finished up my eyebrows because we were going to be here forever. So eyebrows are filled. This eyebrow brush is good. It's more so for powder than for the way I just did my eyebrows because I usually wet my powder. But it is a good, nice, stiff brow brush regardless. So that's that. It's not like my favorite brow brush I've ever used, but it is a good one. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the concealer brush and we're going to conceal around my eyebrows. Let me continue with the Christian story. So mind you, I forgot to mention this before. By the time he went to Sephora and found out that they had given his brushes that he had put on hold for himself to somebody else, that they had sold his brushes, we were trying to see if any other Sephora in the area had the brushes. But of course, they were all sold out. So that was fun. I'm going to use the concealer brush and clean around my brows. So all of the Sephoras in the area were sold out of this brush set. We couldn't get it anywhere. It was sold out on the website as well. And thankfully by the next day, somebody who had put them on hold did not come pick them up. So what Christian did was just ask them to put them on hold for him until Sunday because he had just driven an hour to go get them on Friday and he was coming over on Sunday this way, so he's just like, okay, put them on hold for me until Sunday and I'll go get them. Mind you, at that point I was like, you know what, like if you need me to go get them for you, I'll go get them. The only issue is he's a Sephora employee and I'm no longer a Sephora employee, so for me to get them I would not have gotten the discount, but I live close by to that Sephora. So they agreed to put them on hold for him since they had already sold his brushes to begin with. On Sundays the mall closes earlier and around 6 o'clock I text him and I'm like, did you go get your brushes yet? Because you know the store closes soon. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to go later. Mind you, he lives an hour away, so like later when? So then he texts me something like he's around the area already. And I'm like, okay, well that's good. And then 10 minutes before 7 o'clock, I call him and I'm like, Christian, did you go get your brushes yet? Because he had told me he was gonna like put gas on his car and then stop by his mom's house and then go to Sephora. And I'm like, the store closes in 10 minutes. If you wait till tomorrow, they're going to sell these brushes and you're never going to be able to get them. And he's like, oh my God, I don't have time to go get them anymore. And he was telling me that he didn't remember the store closes at 7. And I'm over here having a full-on panic attack. I'm pissed because like, why would you not go get your brushes? This, like, we've been dealing with this problem for the past like 5 days. You need to be responsible, okay? So I'm mad. And then he was joking. He's like, I already got them like 10 minutes ago. I'm leaving the store now. And he's like laughing at me and I was so pissed. I was so pissed. I'm very like transparent and I always just like say what I think or what I'm doing or whatever. It takes a lot of planning for me to like lie to someone. So I always expect that people are telling me the truth. And he was lying to me to like f with me. And oh, I was so mad because I was so angry that he wasn't getting his freaking brushes. But thankfully that was not the case. And here we are making this video now thanks to Christian who got his brushes from Mario. Alright, so I went ahead and applied concealer all around my brows. This is what we're looking like right now. So then I think I'm going to go a little bit like rogue and I'm going to grab this shadow brush right here and I'm going to go ahead and blend out my concealer with it. Alright, so far so good. This is working out. It's blending out my concealer the way it should. It's a bit smaller than what I usually use, but it's doing a good job. It's a shadow brush anyways. I don't always use my brushes for what they are intended for. I will go back and clean this brush and use it for eyeshadow. But I thought it was going to be the perfect one from this set to blend out the concealer around my brows as well. And I'm going back with the spoolie and just making sure my brows look natural at the front right here. I do wish that the brow brush had a spoolie because I always use a spoolie for my brows and I think that it's very, very useful when brow brushes have a spoolie. Okay, brows are done, so we are done with like the tedious part of this video. I hate doing my brows on camera with a passion, but I want to try as many brushes as I can, so that's why I went ahead and did my brows on camera for you guys to see. I'm going to apply some primer and I'm going to apply primer with my fingers. Alright, just like that. And I'm going to get the foundation brush out of here. This is what the foundation brush looks like. It's not too stiff, it's on the soft side. We'll see how we blend the foundation out with it. I like that these brushes have a little weight to them. So let's go ahead and get started with a foundation. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation mixed in with my Hollywood Flawless filter. I've been doing this for work almost every day and I really like this combo. So I'm doing like 3/4 of a pump of the foundation and I scoop some of this out. This is the ratio right here. And then I'm just going to go ahead and mix it with my brush. I like how soft this brush is. It feels nice. Now if it doesn't leave any streaks on my face, then it's perfect. So far so good. And I'm blending it down my neck. Okay, so the foundation is on. Let me show you guys what it looks like. So as you can see, there's no streaks. The fact that I use only 3/4 of a pump and I mix it in, it makes this foundation like a nice medium to full coverage. And this foundation brush applied it very, very nicely. It didn't leave any streaks, which is the only thing that I was worried about just because it felt a little soft. But for how soft it was, there was no streaking. The foundation was blended very nicely. I like that it's not too big, but also not too small. It's kind of like the perfect size brush for foundation because you can get really close to like your nose, underneath your eyes without it bothering you. But you can also put your foundation on rather quickly. So let's move on to concealer. I feel like the concealer brush he included in this kit is more for like spot treating something. Like this brush is going to be really good at like covering a little pimple or something like that, but it's not necessarily a brush to like blend concealer out underneath your eyes. I'm trying to see if there's a brush here that we can use for that. Not really. This is the only concealer brush that I see here, and the rest of them are going to be too soft to blend concealer out. So I'm going to apply my concealer off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, so my concealer is blended and the next step is going to be a little bit of cream or liquid contour. There are 2 contour brushes in here, so I think I'm going to use one contour brush for the cream or liquid contour and then another one for the powder, just because why not? Although like this one here, the pointed one, might be maybe for like the highlight part of contour because it seems like a brush that you would kind of highlight with maybe. But what do I want to do? I'm going to use this angled one right here to blend out my contour, and I'm going to use my contour wand by Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm just going to pat that on and just patting upwards. I think this one came out a bit darker, so I did a couple extra dots right here on this side. Let's do the forehead and jaw. And I'm just one more time patting everything in, working this contour into my hairline. And I'm just blending out back and forth now. Okay, so just like this, the contour is all blended. So let's go ahead and do some powdering now. I'm going to get the powder detail brush and we're going to put some powder on. I'm going to use my Hourglass powder. I love this one. And I'm just going to get it in there and just powder right underneath my eyes, center of the forehead, and right here on the apples of my cheeks. Okay, so we are now powdered. I think everything's looking pretty good. So far I've used 6 of the brushes and I have 7 left. Let's go ahead and keep going. I'm going to use this cheek brush right here for a little bit of bronzer and blush. I'm grabbing my butter bronzer. I have very little left of this one. I keep going, guys. I'm going to go around it a bit just to get it on the brush. And I'm just going to put it over the places that I contoured. This helps so that the contour is kind of like set in place. It helps it become a little warmer. If I have the time, I like doing this step. You might not see a huge difference, but I think it just makes it more blended and it makes it last a little longer. I'm going to use this other contour brush for blush, and I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk blush. It is so nice and soft. I really like this size brush for highlighter, especially because this one's really soft as well. But we have a smaller highlight brush right here, so I'm just going to use that one instead. But I could do highlight with the bigger brush as well, no problem. Let's use some KK Beauty highlight. This one was given to me by Christian. I think it's fitting. And we're gonna put it right here on the highest points of the cheekbone and start blending it from there. I don't think I've ever seen a Mario makeup tutorials, so I don't know what techniques he uses. I don't know if he pats or drags or like, I don't know what he does when he is doing makeup. So I feel like if I did, I would have a better understanding of what he uses each brush for. I'm just kind of either going by what I use the brushes for or what they say that they're meant to do. I'm gonna do a little on the Cupid's bow. Okay, so the highlight is on and that completes the complexion part of this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into eyes. These right here are the eye brushes. So we have a big fluffy blending brush. We have this one that you can use to put shadow on your eyelid or even to like blend out underneath the eye, blend out any edges. That's the one that I also used for the concealer on my brows earlier. Little teeny tiny smudger brush for precision, and then a precision brush that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with yet, but let's get started. I'm going to use my Kathleen Lights and ColourPop So Jaded palette because I haven't played with this one in a while, and I'm just going to go ahead and get started. The first shade I'm going to use is Rose Quartz, and I'm getting the blending brush for it. So I'm just going into the crease, windshield wiper motions, and blend any edges out after I've deposited most of the color onto the crease area. Same thing on the other eye. And next I'm going to get my shadow brush and the color Jasper down here. And I'm going to put that one right here on the outer corner and build it onto the crease a little bit. And then with the tip of that brush, I'm once again going to start blending things out. Anything left on it, I'm taking forward through the crease a little bit. Back to my fluffy brush, I am blending out any edges. Same thing on the other eye. So just building it from the outer corner up to the crease and then start working it in the crease of the eye. Back with the blending brush, diffusing the edges. Blend, 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 blend. Alright, so now that things are looking even, I'm going to get that same brush and the color Carnelian right here. And I'm just going to tap it over the edge of the burgundy shade right here. I don't know if I should have done that, but we'll see. We'll just keep going. I basically just wanted to eliminate that edge, but this didn't really help that much. I'm going to get the little detail brush and the color Jasper once again. And I'm going to go back and build it up on the outer corner and just very gently make it fade into the color Carnelian. And with the blending brush, I'm going around any edges. Same thing on this eye, of course. So then just with my finger, I'm going to grab the color Opal and I'm going to tap it all over my lid. I'm so surprised, and I don't want to jinx me, but I haven't had any fallout yet. And I'm putting a glitter onto an eye, and I don't even have any adhesive on my eyelid. Alright, so this is what we're looking like, and I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to tap a little bit over the edge of the glitter with my shadow brush. I want things to transition smoothly. I had no fallout, literally, because I have a little bit of glitter under my eye, but that's because I like tapped there with my finger. So I'm going to get the smudger brush and the color Jasper, this same dark shade that we've been using here, and I'm going to put it right underneath my lower lashes. I'm going to go back to the detail brush and the color Rose Quartz, and I'm going to blend things out underneath my eye. So far, I don't really have complaints about these brushes. They seem nice. They do what I want them to do. With my precision brush, I'm going over the glitter with a bit of the color Jasper just to intensify my crease a bit. See how this looks a little more structured? Just like that. Okay, so I think that is everything I had to do with brushes because I'm just missing eyeliner, mascara, and lips, which I don't require brushes for. The only brush I ended up not using was this big fluffy powder brush, but that's because I did not apply powder all over my face. However, this is one of the nicest powder brushes I have touched. It is so soft, I cannot see this one doing any wrong. I just don't love to powder all over my face. So I'm just going to not use this one, but it is a very nice quality brush. This is one of the ones that surprised me the most because it is just so dang soft, honestly. So I'm going to finish up my makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back. The makeup is fully on and I am here to tell you what I think about this brush collection. So you can basically do a full face of makeup just with these brushes. The only brush that is missing would be like a brush to blend out concealer. However, I think that we all kind of like sponges. At least I know I do. I have a ton of brushes at home that I use in conjunction with my beauty sponges. So I just don't think there's a better way to blend out your concealer than a sponge. I've tried a bunch of different brushes to do that with and they work fine, but I think the sponge is better. So do I think that there is a concealer brush missing from this kit? Not necessarily. The concealer brush that comes in this brush kit works for spot concealer, and that is just kind of the main one you would need. Besides that, I think a sponge is the way to go. So I don't think that it's really missing a concealer brush. And then the only thing that I did miss was a spoolie on the other side of the brow brush. That would have been very nice. I always comb my brow hairs kind of in place before I do my eyebrows, so I was missing the spoolie. As far as the quality of the brushes, I thought they were really nice quality brushes. I really loved how dense they are while still being very soft. Everything blended out really nicely, and you have a brush for every powder step. You have your foundation brush. I thought it was a really good kit. The kit is still currently sold out. The retail price for it was $119, which is kind of really standard for Sephora collection kits that are this size. So I think that having Mario behind the kit and creating it and just putting thought behind every brush and what to use it for adds a lot of value to this brush set. I hope it comes back in stock, and if you're thinking about getting it, I would definitely go for it. If not, the smaller brush sets I'm sure are just as good. If you guys have been thinking about them, I would say go for it. I'm not going to get a kit for myself because I have more than the brushes that I need. I have enough brushes, but I am very happy that Christian got them. I think they're really good quality. He's going to have them for a very long time, and he's obsessed with the Kardashians, so he loves that it's a Mario brush set. I think that is all I had to say for this video. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. What did you think? Did you get them? Were you thinking about them? And subscribe to my channel before you leave. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye!